Okay, so now I'm going to bring on Ellen Stagg of the Hey Poopy podcast, and I'm going to add her on here, and she's going to tell us her story about shitting. Hey, Ellen, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm glad we got that all cleared up, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
So,
I guess I looked away for like a split second.
yeah, no, sometimes, look, worse things have happened when people have accidentally been logged on a Instagram account, so you didn't troll anybody or say anything weird, so I think you're good. Hello, Mom. How are you? Nah, David, you're good. So Ellen, what is your story? What is your tale of Huo?
My tale goes back maybe like 15 plus years ago. I am in my early 40s, but this happened when I was in my 20s. And back in my 20s, when I used to eat like pizza and bullshit and then wonder why I couldn't shit, I was like, what's going on with my gut? So I went and got my first colonic. And in doing the colonic, the lady was like, yeah, you've got to eat better, healthier foods. So she suggested I also take this like crazy fiber pill that of course she sold. And
I used to go to this hair salon. I don't know why I'm going to a salon, but I used to go to this place, and like every time she would wash my hair, she'd be like, "Oh, you need this thing that we sell. It's only," and I was like, "Get out of here! Just cut my hair. I'll pay you for it." Anyway, sorry. You go for a colonic.
So I went for the colonic. She sold me these like crazy fiber pills, and she was like, "Stop eating all that." Like I was eating a lot of the like soy products back then, but it was like heavily processed, like Morningstar burgers. So of course I was shitting. But like I kept taking these like fiber pills and eating whatever the hell I wanted to, and I was pooping like pretty well on them. So I was like, fuck it, like I'll just keep eating
you were taking the fiber pills and still eating like greasy processed. Yeah. Okay.
So I was like doing this for months because I was like, this totally evened itself out. This is great, right?
Yeah.
So a friend of mine invites me to her parents. They had like a fancy boat where you could like sleep on it, like at Mystic, Connecticut, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring them a really nice gift. So I bought like a bottle of champagne and a bunch of like cheese and fruit as like a little snacky gift for the boat.
Great.
And so we arrive, we have the champagne, I eat some cherries, or maybe too many cherries, and pop one of those fiber pills before bed once again.
Before bed, you take it?
Yeah, before bed. Okay. So I would like eliminate the next day. So me and my friend like started walking around Mystic, Connecticut to all like the touristy like little shops and stuff.
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden I go into this one shop and I get those bubble guts that's like...
It's a good approximation. That's like, it's such a singular sound and sensation that you're like, it's just, oh no.
Yeah. It's like, it hits you all of a sudden. And then, so I turned to the lady in the shop and I was like, hi, do you have a bathroom? And she's like, no, there's a public one, like a little bit away. And it was kind of near like the water and stuff. So I turned to my friend and I was like, I really, really got to go. I'll be right back. I got to go.
Yeah.
So I run to the public bathroom, which is basically what just like one of those like freestanding. It's like better than a porta potty, but it's not like a nice bathroom, you know?
Okay. Right.
So there's like 2 stalls and a line of people.
Oh no.
And the whole time I'm like sweating, shivering, like freaking out, like, oh my God, this is going to happen. And there was like a moment where I almost wanted to be like, can I please go first? Can I like, and so finally I'm like I'm next, but the poop is literally leaving my body. And I realized it was all the fruit from the night before, because fruit.
So much fruit.
Yeah, so much fruit. Like it was so fibrous, and the champagne and the fiber pills
and cheese.
And cheese. It's just like literally like liquefying out of my asshole. And I just bought this brand new bathing suit bikini that I had not even worn until that day.
Oh no.
I was so loving this bikini, but literally hot ass is pouring into the bottom of this bikini. And it's
your hand movements are somehow extremely graphic. I don't know why.
It's because I have probing fingers. That's what my boyfriend always says. So it's like hot ass is pouring into my bathing suit bottom, and I'm like sweating and shivering, and I finally get into a stall, and I take down my pants really quick and just like boosh into the toilet. What's left that didn't already go in my bathing suit bottoms, which was it was like poured hot gravy into my bathing suit bottom. So I just was like, didn't know what to do, and I'm still shaking because of just like embarrassment.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot happening.
Yeah, and there's still a line of people like totally hearing everything that's going on.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm just like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And so I like try to wipe off whatever gravy is inside of my bathing suit, but realize this is just it's not gonna happen. But thankfully it was one of those bathing suits like that tie on the side. So I like took it off and just threw it away in the
so sad.
In the tampon thing that like, you know.
I mean, also like you're dealing with like that public restroom toilet paper, which is like see-through.
Oh yeah. So it's like there was no point in trying to save this brand new.
No, it's over. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like crumpled it up into like the tampon garbage. Dave's hot gravy.
Yeah, it's really it's not turning on anybody in this room.
So I crumple it up. I pull back on my shorts, and I'm just like, or maybe I guess I took off my shirt. I don't know how the next thing that happened.
Oh no.
So I like clean up as best as I can. My shorts look like they're okay. And I leave and I go and find my friend, and she's like one of my old friends. We're still friends to this day, which I'm so beyond surprised. And we've been friends since we were 14. So I just turned to her and I was like, I just totally shit my pants. And she's like, oh,
good
okay,
friend to have.
Yeah, she's like, let's go back to my boat. You can go clean up. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, still like shaking, like, I can't believe this has happened to me.
Sweaty.
Yeah, sweaty, just a mess. And then I told her, I was like, I ruined my bathing suit. I had to throw it out in the trash. So we get back to her family's boat, which is like super posh. It's not like it's not like a yacht or anything, but it's very nice, you know?
Sure.
And it's so nice that
Yeah.
It's so nice that when you get on, they ask you to take your shoes off before you like. Yeah.
Ooh.
So fancy.
Yeah.
So you take I took my shoes off, put it in the basket, went downstairs, started like cleaning up and like really like showering and everything, wash myself, do all this stuff. And my friend turns to me and she goes, so there's poop on your shoe? I somehow got my own shit all over my shoe. I mean, thankfully they had a no shoe policy.
But were you like leaving shit foot marks all over Mystic, Connecticut?
Probably. But then there's like this moment where not only did I have to wash my entire self, I have to go wash off my shitty shoe.
Yeah,
I got shit all over.
It's like a shameful thing to have to do on somebody else's boat. You have to like leave and be like, you have to go and grab your shoe and be like, yeah, I'm washing it, okay? Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah. So everybody knew. It's not like just my good friend knew what was going on. Her whole family knew. Everybody. Right.
And now a lot of people
I'm
on
the
Instagram
girl who came with my crazy fiber pill.
Well, not a lot, but. I appreciate it.
Oh, there you go. It froze for a second.
Oh, did it freeze? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Thanks for sharing the story.
Yeah, of course.
It's really funny. We'll have you do the live. We'll have you guys do some live shows if we ever come back to normal.
If we can touch people again.
Yeah, when we can do that. But go listen, subscribe to the Hey Poopy podcast, and it's really fun. It was one of my favorite podcasts that I've done. Ellen, thank you for coming on. I'm gonna leave you now and have David tell his story.
Okay.
All right. Bye. That was Ellen Stagg. That was horrifying. I mean, the walking back and the sweating is just, that's a brutal one. I think the sweat is really bad to me. All right, let's get David Lawrence Bird on here now, and he's going to share his story with us. He's the co-host of the Hey Poopy podcast.
Yes.
And now he's on his proper account. Thank you.
I'm not even much. I had like 2 drinks before this, and then I'm drunk. I have no idea how I even got on that other feed.
It was really like a horror movie. I was like, oh,
yeah,
like,
my giant
to be there.
And my gigantic head's like right in front. It's just like, oh, that's a nice little thing to come into. People are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, Ellen's story was rough, and I know she's some graphic language. I hope our viewers were okay with that. David, what is your story?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on.
Of course, thanks for doing it.
I'm a big fan. So
I mean, you guys are the Hey Poopy podcast. What am I going to do?
Yes, the Hey Poopy podcast, and I just wanted to say I am digging all your character videos you've been doing. They are like the best thing ever.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No, they're great. They're great. So my story only takes place on land. I'm not on the sea with Ellen as well. Bougie fucking boats.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, I know. It's like on a boat. I mean, I don't even know where Mystic, Connecticut is, but that sounds fancy. Yeah. Anyway, so my story takes place in Red Hook. It started in Red Hook.
Okay, you traveled a little.
I was having a boozy barbecue dinner meetup with a friend of mine.
Were you at hometown?
Huh?
Were you at hometown barbecue? Yeah, best barbecue in New York.
I think you're frozen there.
So good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there you go. Are we back?
Here we go. Yeah, we're back.
So yeah, I'm at Red Hook. I'm at hometown drinking. I had ridden my bike because I figured, well, I'll just ride my bicycle there. That way I can eat and drink like a maniac. And then that way, I'll just feel better about myself riding back home. So
sure.
Number one, that was the biggest mistake right there.
Yeah.
So we're drinking, having a great time. We then head over to the Ice House.
Yep.
Which my friend lives directly across the street from. So we're just getting like completely loaded over there.
Yeah.
But not like too drunk, just like a little buzzed.
Well, it's like hard to eat the amount of barbecue you end up eating at hometown and still kind of get drunk.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're so full.
It's it's greasy. It's just like already like a big mistake. But I'm like, I'm fine. I got all cocky. I'm like, I'm fine. And now it's like 1:00 in the morning. I should probably go back home.
Yeah.
Hop back on my bicycle, put my stupid helmet on. I look ridiculous, by the way, with a helmet on. So I ride my bike all the way back home. I am, for those who don't live in Brooklyn, I mean, I don't know, I'm assuming anybody listening to this is probably from Brooklyn, but I get to like 4th Avenue and Union.
And you live where?
I live in Clinton Hill. So
Clinton Hill, right.
Yeah, so I'm about like 10 minutes from home now at this point. I'm feeling pretty good. I had a great time. We were, laughs, drinks, food.
You're like, I know my body. I'm fine.
Yeah. I felt a little bit of like bubble guts kind of thing going on, but I'm like
normal after a night like that.
I got plenty of time.
Sure.
Riding back, it's like dead. There's like no cars out. I'm having a great night. I turn the corner to go down 4th Avenue.
Yeah.
And like out of nowhere, like this has never happened before. It's out of nowhere. I completely evacuate and just shit my pants while I'm riding the bike.
A surprise.
And I'm like, yeah, on the bike, completely hauling ass downhill. Just like, I'm like, it just happened. And now at this point I'm like still like another 10 minutes from home.
But also like the physics of this, like your butt on a bike seat.
Oh, luckily I stood up a little bit.
Oh, thank God.
So it wasn't completely like a fucking disaster. And so, yes, I shit my pants. Which was shocking.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, I realized, oh my God, I'm 10 minutes away from home. So I'm now hauling ass riding, but I had to stand the whole way because the thought of like, it's like everywhere.
Yeah.
And, and by the time I got home, so yeah, I race home. I'm like completely, I'm a giant mess. My wife is like, what's going, I'm coming in the house. Like I just throw the bike on the floor. It's like, I'm making all this racket. She's like, what is going on? I'm a little drunk. I shit my pants. And I just remember sitting in the bathroom trying to clean up.
My pants?
Oh yeah, I told her I shit my pants. She's like looking at me. She's like, aren't you too old to be doing this? Like, why is this happening?
Never told.
Yeah, I just remember sitting in the bathroom, just like questioning every decision I had made prior to this. And I just remember thinking like, you've got to get your shit together. Like this, you can't be doing this all the time.
I mean, you should not be doing it all the time, but look, it happens. I don't know. And now
and I hadn't shit my pants in years. That was it just like completely, I mean, it was just like a mess. And the whole thing of like trying to clean up, totally threw all my clothes away.
Oh yeah, there's no salvaging the clothes.
No.
Got
rid of those.
I was driving home and I showed my pants in the car. I told the story on your podcast.
Yeah.
And I had like fleece shorts on.
Yeah.
That I really liked, and I was just like, there is a moment where I was like, maybe I can keep these, and then I was like, no, what if I talk? They're like baby blue, like this is horrendous.
Oh yeah, I threw everything. I threw the socks away. There was, I mean, I do clothes that didn't even get like touched with the shit. I just
get out of here.
Shirts, everything.
Get out.
But it was a big mess.
Oh boy! And look, hey, you made a podcast out of it, basically.
Yeah, apparently.
And now you're telling it on a show that I do. So
yes,
look, it's great. Anybody out there, shit your pants and come on the show.
Well, you're doing God's work, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thanks, David, for sharing your story. I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime.
And everybody go listen to the Hey Poopy podcast, subscribe, leave them a review. That stuff helps people more than you think it does. So go ahead and do that. Thank you, David. Take care. Bye.
Bye, man. Take care.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Stories for People Who Poop Their Pants, the Instagram live version. We do the show live every now and again, if that will ever happen again in the world, but I think it will soon. We'll do this show live, so come check it out. Also, if you have a shit your pants story that you want me to read on air, get in my DMs and send me your shit. Okay? Thank you very much. I'm Chris Calogero. Bye.